saw this charge on my card. I don't know anything about it. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never visited. And they say, well, you know what? It's on your card, so yeah, you probably did it. Thank you for calling. Bye. Or let's compare that to, you call another credit card company and they say, well, listen, you know, let's go through this. Let's walk. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Well, we're going to investigate this. We're going to give you a credit for this amount. Until we can fully investigate, we're not going to charge you. In fact, we're going to, for your inconvenience, we're going to give you, we're going to increase your credit limit. Which one would you prefer to do business with? And which one would you likely to continue to do business? And which one would you likely to pay more to do business with? The second one. Why? Because as customers, we want to be responded to. Customers want to have a quality, customized experience. Again, the reason why we pay so much to go to the Waldorf Astoria is because they respond to our needs. And that's what customer responsiveness is. Identifying and satisfying what the customers want. So there are two elements in that. One, identifying. In order for me to be responsive to a customer, the firm has to know what the customer wants. And you would think, well, yeah, that's pretty elementary. It isn't. Many times firms do not have an idea of what their customers really want, which is why oftentimes when products come out, firms now have to go back and retool and rework the products to actually match what the customer wanted. I'll give you an example. Windows Vista. Potentially Microsoft did not necessarily identify exactly what the customer wanted when they produced that software package, right? So you must first know what your customers want, and you must be able to satisfy your customers' needs. So first you must know what they want, and then you must be able to give them what they want. Superior quality and innovation are integral to superior responsiveness. So you cannot have responsiveness to customers if you don't have quality and you don't have innovation, because innovation requires you to create things to fulfill and to satisfy customer needs. If you can't do that, then there's no business for you. All right. If Apple goes out to its customers and say, okay, I know you like the iPhone 3G, but what can we do to improve the new iPhone, create a new iPhone? Well, you know what, the old iPhone is great, but it didn't have, you know, I couldn't see people when I was talking to them. I think that would be a cool feature to have. Okay, it's great, but I think it's, you know, the design may need to be changed. You may need to add a new, you know, a new type of design. May need to change the antenna and that kind of thing. And Apple says, okay, great. We know what you want. We're going to be able to do that because we have that innovative ability. If they just know what you want, but they can't do it, they cannot satisfy your need. And quality, again, it has to be reliable. It has to continuously meet my need. And it also has to be something that I look at as excellent. And customizing goods and services to unique demands of customer groups is what allows a firm to be responsive to customers. For example, if I treat everybody equally, or if I have the same types of products regardless of what kind of demand or what kind of requirements you have, I am not likely to be high on customer responsiveness. That's why, for example, when you walk into a restaurant and they know your name and they know exactly what type of food you order, and they can identify and satisfy that need quickly, you are willing to pay more for that service. The reason why, as opposed to just McDonald's where they don't know you, they don't care, hey, everybody eats the same thing. The reason why you pay more for that customized service is because you are valuing that responsiveness. Enhanced responsiveness, you have increased response time, design, service, after sales support, and all that. We're willing to pay for that. We're willing to pay for that. And superior responsiveness leads to customer differentiation. So again, how does this increase profitability? Well, the more responsive I am to you, as I said, the more differentiated my product or service will be relative to my competitors. The more value you will attribute to that service, the more you will be willing to pay for that service. The more you're willing to pay for that service, the greater potentially my profitability. But it can also help me to lower my cost structure. How so? Again, going back to defects, going back to customer complaints, going back to dealing with all those issues, the more that I have to deal with those things, the greater my level of expenditure, i.e. my inputs increase relative to my outputs. What happens to my efficiency? It decreases. If my efficiency decreases, my cost structure goes up. But if I do not have reworks, if I don't have problems with customers coming back and all those kinds of things, and if I continue to do what I'm doing and learn what I'm doing well, then what happens is my inputs decrease relative to my outputs. If my inputs decrease relative to my outputs, guess what happens? My efficiency increases, and therefore my efficiency increases, bam, my cost structure goes down. My cost structure goes down, I can again promote or increase my profitability. So, quick recap: 4 building blocks of competitive advantage: efficiency, quality, innovation, customer responsiveness. They're all predicated on having distinctive competencies. Distinctive competencies come from the firm's resources and capabilities. Resources are what I have, capabilities are what I do with what I have. It's just not enough to have wonderful, unique, difficult to imitate, valuable resources. I have to be able to combine those resources in an effective manner in order for them to translate to greater efficiency, quality, innovation, or customer responsiveness. Right? It is in those 4 areas, excelling in those 4 areas, or combination of all those 4 areas, it is what it is going to give me a superior performance relative to my competition and be able to sustain that, i.e. sustain a competitive advantage. Again, excelling in all or some of those areas is what's going to separate me from the crowd. Excelling in efficiency is going to allow me to lower my cost structure. Allowing me to lower my cost structure is likely to increase my profitability, because I can charge lower prices perhaps, and I can increase demand, and therefore I can increase my profitability. Even if I don't have a greater demand, just because my cost structure is lower, my profitability is likely to see an increase. Quality, reliability, and excellence. Reliability means that it's durable. It does what it does over and over again. It's something that I can depend on. That reliability is likely to lead to less customer complaints, less returns, less rework. Less rework and returns means less expenditure. Less expenditure means lowering my cost structure, again increasing my profitability. But also quality can be excellence, and reliability can be just not because it works all the time, but it's something that's aesthetically pleasing, something that's a status symbol, something that everybody wants, right? And that, or something that I desire in terms of the look and the feel. And I'm going to be willing to pay more for that, as well as reliability, which means because I value, I have more utility in it, and because I value, I have more utility, I'm willing to pay more. The firm is likely to increase its prices. Like increase in prices is likely to increase my profitability. Once my cost structure does not increase more than the price increase that I can charge for that new type, or that type of quality. Innovation. I have product innovation, I have process innovation. Product innovation is creating new products, new stuff, right? Great, wonderful new attributes. Again, customers want this new stuff, and they're going to be willing to pay for it because it's differentiated, it's different. We like differentiation. We're willing to pay for differentiation. Allows the firm to have higher prices, premium pricing. Premium pricing was likely to lead to increased profitability. But process innovation, which is changing the way that I do business, the way that I actually manufacture and research and market and sell, when I change that up, I can lower my cost structure. By lowering my cost structure, what I've done therefore is increase my efficiency, and therefore increase my profitability. Lowering cost structure helps me in terms of my profitability. Again, profitability is revenue minus cost. So I don't always have to increase my revenue through premium pricing or increasing demand. All I have to do is lower my cost structure and keep my demand at the same level. I'll still make more money, right? More money than I made before, and more money than I make relative to my competitors. And the last one, customer responsiveness. Identifying and satisfying customer needs. Giving customers what they want at a profitable rate, right? Making sure that I can charge a premium price for that customization, for giving them what they want and satisfying their needs better than the competition. But it can also help me to reduce my cost structure by, again, less returns, less rework, and also increasing demand, because the more that I respond to customers, the more loyalty they have. They tell their friends, they come back more. I increase my level of sales, my demand goes up, my economies of scale go up, and my efficiency goes up. If my efficiency goes up, my cost structure goes down. All right, that is chapter 3. Chapter 4, we will be discussing and we'll go into more detail in these 4 different building blocks. Okay.